Hi, this is Carla Cruz, and this is my CIT 260 theme project presentation. So I'm going to start with the function development process. The first two steps of this process is to first clearly define the problem and then to create a test matrix. In my video game, we needed to create a function to build the ship and calculate the building time since the time is measured, and every tool like the axe, the hammer, and the saw, they have different building time capacity. We created three test matrices, one for each tool, and this is the one to calculate the axe time. After creating the test matrix, we needed to create the algorithm, which is the solution for the problem. You can see that in the image, you can see that I included the validation rules, so I won't forget them when writing my code. And the algorithm reads like this: calculate X time. It has two variables, X time and times use, equals double, so a number will be the result. It begins if X time less than 1 or X time higher than 2, then return 0. And if times use less than 1 or times use higher than 15, then return 0. The result will be calculate partial time equals X time times time use. Once that you have the algorithm, you need to test it to make sure that it works and that it will solve your problem, and then translate it into Java code. This is the code that we developed for the calculate X time. It has the two variables, X time and times use, and the two if statements that will be executed with the result. Now that you have your code, you need to run all the test cases that you created in the test matrix. You do this in the Java NetBeans by creating the test packages and then creating the test cases. And this image, you can see that the formula passed the test. And the last step is to deploy the code. Only after making sure that the code was working properly, the changes were committed to the repository and then pushed to the GitHub. In this image, you can see how the changes were submitted to GitHub. And this is how it looks in the GitHub website. So now I'm going to talk about selection statements. I'm using the example of the switch statement in my game. This type of a statement is used when you want to check if the value of an expression is equal to one of the items in a list of valid values. So all of these are valid values, but only one of them will be executed when the user enters the proper code. Now I'm going to talk about the scope and lifespan of variables. The scope of the lifespan of this menu option variable in this statement, selection statement, ends when the system completes the execution of the statement. That's when the lifespan of this menu option variable ends. Now, the lifespan of the variable within a class we can see this main menu view class and the variable, the private string menu variable. This variable can be used at any time within this class, and it can be called by any function within the same class. Now, the lifespan of variables in a function, this character damage variable can only be used within this character control function. If this character control function will have any other, this character control class will have any other function, we wouldn't be able to call this character damage function and use it. Character damage variable and use it in any other function. This is the lifespan of these variables within this curly braces here. So now I'm going to explain the difference between passing the variables by value or passing the variables by reference. When you pass a variable by value, what you do is that you pass a copy of the actual value. And when you do it by reference, it means that you're only passing the address where the information is allocated, but not the actual data. For example, in this person demo class, the variable person1 has been passed by reference. We can see that person1 has been declared as Peter33. However, the output is Mary H30. The reason why is because this person1 variable has been passed by reference, meaning that only the address or the direction where this variable is allocated in the system was passed, but not the actual data, not the actual value of it.